So now I've painted all the woodwork in the bathroom. The next job is to change these aluminium frames to gold. Well, to match the brass. That we've got on the trims and the shower and the tap. So for this, I've got this gold spray paint. So we'll see how that works. But first things first, it's going to require some very good masking. So I've got some materials for masking underneath here. If you want to see how we built this awesome side opening ottoman bed, then check out Project 8. If it gets sprayed gold, I could still use it afterwards. A bit more there. So I'm going to remove this frog tape, and then I'm going to give all the frames a clean. So I'll just pop the frames back on just to see how much of the frames I need to spray. The bit inside there, obviously I don't have to get so much. So I'll take them off. I'll probably spray these outside. And I'll give them a good clean. So first of all, I'm just going to start with a bit of soapy water. See how we get on with that. And then if it's not clean enough, I'll use WD-40. Popping the lights on might help. New dimmer lights. So that's cleaned them quite a bit, but I am going to use the WD-40 and some scouring pads now to get them really nice and clean. And it should also help just buff the surface a little bit so that the paint takes better. If you see my resealing the windows video, you will see that the WD-40 and scouring pads gets these real clean. Just got a little bit of paint here to scrape off. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's the best we're going to get them. So now on to the masking. So it's time to do the spraying. Shake this up. It says shake for a minute. Bit of leakage there from underneath the trigger. Doesn't seem very good. Not very good at all. I'm not going to put a very good review about this. Awful. If I put this glove on, at least that'll stop the paint going all over my hands. I hate these gloves, they're so crap. They're obviously not the right size for me. Well, that's absolutely terrible. It just appears to have stopped working. Well, that definitely isn't working. That's absolutely awful. Well, I hope this is a one-off bad one, because that is absolutely crap. It's just pouring out. Disgusting. think I'm going to give up on this, and I'm going to go and see if I can get another spray can or find out why that is not working properly, because that's awful. Terrible. So annoying. So it's day 2. I picked up another can of this from Screwfix. Dylan at Screwfix Workshop said I could keep the old can in case the new cap worked, and I've got 2 lots of paint. What a nice man. Shout out to Dylan. So we're going to get on with finishing this window off. Been pretty impressed with the paint. I think it's holding pretty well. Decent coverage for what I managed to do yesterday. So, all being well, let's get this finished off. Shaking it for a good minute. I put a glove on in case the cap fails again and I get paint all over my hands. Pop off the little slide catch. So far so good. I can see why you have to be 18 to buy this. I reckon you can get pretty high. Can you believe it? Why has it just stopped? Wow. I can't believe it. That is terrible. So I did read online that somebody had replaced this crappy design with a standard spray can top. So I'm going to give that a go and get this off. I'm expecting paint to pour out. Okay, so here goes. Oh no. The hole on this is too small, so that won't fit inside that. So I'm going to try the other head from the previous can on this one. We'll find, I mean, I'm guessing it's this crappy thing that's the problem, not the can, but we'll see. Here goes. Rubbish. So pop another rubber glove on because the other one's covered in gold paint. Next time I buy these, I need to buy large or larger than this. This is ridiculous. And because my hands got a bit sweaty, now it's nigh on impossible to put them on. So I've got another one of these tops. Looks like it might fit. Not too hopeful. Go again. Absolutely coloured in paint. Got to be the worst spray can top design I've ever come across. Nah, it's not going to fit that, is it? It's not really fitting on, but I can just spray it, like just holding it on. Such a better design. Why do you have to overcomplicate it? Still, I need to be careful not to drip this gold paint over my white paint. This is ridiculous. Got a rag down here on the floor. Let's get this cleaned up. I think we're about there. A couple of spots that probably need a bit more. We'll come back to it with a better glove and a drier hand. Better fitting glove. So one last little bit. Just down the bottom here, just needs a little bit more. And then I think despite the problems, it's a pretty decent job. I think that might be there. One thing I don't want to do is take down this masking until I know this window frame is good. The moment I take it down and spot something will be majorly frustrating, obviously. So I think maybe I'll grab a light to shine on it. Feels like it's a bit shaded in here, so I'll see it a bit better. Got my head torch. I think it's looking pretty good. Maybe could just do with a little bit more on this side. Yeah, so I think the downside with these tops is that you do get a bit of spatter from time to time when it builds up. Obviously it's not the right fit, so it's not going to be doing it perfectly. But on that last spray I just got a few bits that are spattered there, which is going to annoy me. So maybe if I wait for it to dry, coat it a bit more, I shouldn't be able to see it. I think I want to order some more of these tops because I've got 2 cans of this paint. Obviously 2 broken tops that don't work, the original tops. But if I can get some spray can tops that fit these, I should have a fair bit more to go with, really. I have got another window to do, but I was thinking it might be safer to paint that by hand so I'm not spraying inside the shower enclosure. It's a bit tight in there. Not sure why it's not working now, but as I say, it's not the right fit, it's only able just to stick on it a little bit. But to be fair, I think this is done. So I'll take off the masking, and we should be able to see what it's like. I do still have to spray the outer frames to this though as well. This is the inner frame. I've got to spray the outer frame that covers the wood So maybe I'll paint those by hand tomorrow when I get the paint. So I think I am going to paint the rest by hand, because I've noticed that even with this amount of masking, okay, I didn't mask up here. I've just given that a wipe. You can see now I have to properly scrub that off. I think it's probably, I can feel it's all the way along here. So that's going to need a good clean. And the corner there's caught a bit. So I think it's decent. It's good paint, but the top is absolutely awful, as you've seen. And then using a different top, don't know whether you can see, but it's difficult with the lighting here. Yeah, see it just here, got a little droplet there that's spattered out. You should be able to just see that now. So yeah, I think it might be safer to try painting it by hand when I get the jar of gold paint tomorrow. Beautiful day though, hey? Look at that. A nice natural sky. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, now I've taken the masking off, we can see bits escaped out here, and I need to clean that up. You see on the roof here, the ceiling, that's where the tape was. You can just see a fine gold mist, and I smudged it there. But yeah, unfortunately, I got it down that paintwork as well. I suppose that's the problem with a fine gaseous mist. Right, I'll have to see if I can clean that, and if not, it's going to have to be more white paint again. So I've got a bit of white spirit. Let's see how easily this comes off. Not too bad. Get the scouring pad. Oh, I think that's nearly alright. Oh, let's see if I can get off the paintwork. Oh, I think we got it. And last of all, this little piece here. There we go. Not bad. So after the couple of disasters with the Rustoleum trigger, I've now bought some direct to metal paint, gloss gold. So I'm going to try painting these frames by hand, but first I need to give them a good clean. So I'll give this a good shake up. It said it's touch dry in 30 minutes and you can recoat in 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to go for 3 coats in total, because one of them obviously is inside the shower cubicle here, so it's going to get quite a lot of water obviously. Right, I pop these gloves on so I don't put any more grease from my fingers onto the frames. And give this one last rub over to get off any residue. Just a bit of kitchen roller. I'm going to try and make sure I don't drop any of this on the floor, so I'm not walking in it and then transferring gold paint over to other parts of the boat that I then have to clean up. Always best to get a rag when doing any painting. Okay, looks like this might need a bit more mixing. It does say stir quite a lot. I'd already shaken it up quite a lot, but it just looks like it needs a bit more. Doesn't really look like it's going on at all. Well, it does say, in fact, when the light catches it, you can see it's quite gold. And it does say that it needs at least a couple of coats, so I'm not going to concern myself too much by how this looks at the moment. I'll just get it on and let them dry. So my window frames have dried overnight now. You can see that first coat, the coverage on it doesn't look very good at all. But I'm going to give them all a light sand, and I'm obviously doing 3 coats anyway, because that's what it advises to put in any wet areas. This one was done with a roller, but I think that gold paint obviously will build up, so I'm hoping this next coat will look significantly different. Yeah, when you're painting on the floor, it's always a good idea to make sure that the floor is clean so you don't get little bits on your fresh paintwork. So I'm going to hoover the floor now. So I managed to get a replacement nozzle for this, and I've just sprayed the frames over the top of that paintwork that I wasn't particularly pleased with. And they've got great coverage on these. They're looking really solid now. So I think that's all the frames are done. And what's great is I know that this now will paint over the top of the paint for the window frame that's inside. But I'm just going to have to go and buy another tin of this. And who knows, the actual real spray can top on the new one may actually work this time, so I might not have to put on another tip. There we go, just pop the frames back on, the surrounds. I'm just about to screw them on. Really pleased with that though, it's turned out a lot better than I expected. Yeah, excellent. So I'm not as happy with this side as the other side. We can see the texture that was created by the painting, the 2 coats of paint that I did. So I made the decision to spray over that. We do have texture on these frames compared to the really smooth finish that we've got on the actual frames that weren't painted before. They were just sprayed straight onto the aluminium. So it's a small detail, I know it's there. Obviously we can see the difference, but the alternative would have been stripping these right back again. It would have just taken so much more time, so I think it's fair to have drawn the line at that. Overall, I'm really happy with the results. The Rustoleum paint I think is really good, but as we've seen, the actual top, the trigger, is a really bad design. So let's hope Rustoleum get that spray can nozzle sorted. If you've enjoyed the video, please drop us a like, a comment, and make sure you're subscribed.